TV soap news and spoilers say that the sultry air of intrigue hangs heavy over the fictional city of Crestwood, where the CBS daytime drama Beyond the Gates has woven a tapestry of betrayal, vengeance, and shocking revelations. At the heart of this storm is Leslie Thornton, a character whose cunning has kept viewers on the edge of their seats. But as the latest episodes unfold, the noose tightens around her, and the question on everyone's lips is whether her reign of deception is nearing its explosive end. Could next week mark the final chapter of Leslie's story, with actress Trisha Mann-Grant stepping away from the role? Or is there more to this labyrinthine plot? Let's dive into the drama, dissect the clues, and speculate on what lies ahead in this gripping saga. A web of lies and a sister's vengeance. Leslie Thornton, portrayed with chilling precision by Trisha Mann-Grant, has long been the puppeteer pulling Crestwood's strings. Her icy demeanor and calculated moves have made her a villainess of unparalleled allure, but her carefully constructed facade is beginning to crack. The catalyst? Kat Morrison, Leslie's half-sister, whose relentless pursuit of justice has transformed her from a grieving bystander into a formidable adversary. Kat's journey began in the shadow of tragedy, the near-fatal accident that left Laura, a beloved figure in Crestwood, clinging to life. Whispers of foul play swirled, and Kat's intuition pointed her toward Leslie. The accident, staged to look like a random hit-and-run, bore the hallmarks of Leslie's meticulous planning. Kat's discovery of damning evidence, a helmet and gloves hidden in Leslie's hotel room, confirmed her suspicions. These weren't just accessories. They were the tools of a crime, stained with the residue of betrayal. The gloves, black leather with faint scratches, and the helmet, a sleek model with a visor that obscured the wearer's identity, were more than incriminating. They were a window into Leslie's dark psyche. Kat's heart pounded as she held them, her mind racing with the implications. This was no impulsive act. Leslie had orchestrated Laura's accident with surgical precision, leaving no trace except these overlooked relics. But Kat's triumph was tempered by a chilling realization: confronting Leslie directly would be like stepping into a lion's den. She needed a plan, one as cunning as her adversaries. The trap is set, Kat's resolve hardened, and she devised a scheme that would turn Leslie's own tactics against her. Breaking into Leslie's hotel room had been a gamble, but planting the evidence back in Leslie's opulent Crestwood apartment was a masterstroke. The plan was audacious. Manipulate Jacob Reynolds, a detective with a history of clashing with Leslie, into securing another search warrant. Jacob, driven by his own vendetta against Leslie's manipulations, was the perfect pawn. Kat knew his pride and his hunger for justice would blind him to the ethical gray areas of her plot. Under the cover of night, Kat slipped into Leslie's apartment, her movements silent but deliberate. The apartment, a shrine to Leslie's ego, was adorned with modern art and floor-to-ceiling windows that overlooked Crestwood's glittering skyline. Every surface gleamed, a testament to Leslie's obsession with control. Kat placed the helmet on a shelf in Leslie's walk-in closet, half hidden among designer handbags, and tucked the gloves into a drawer beneath a pile of silk scarves. The items were conspicuous enough to be found but subtle enough to seem carelessly overlooked, a perfect trap. Back in the safety of her own modest apartment, Kat rehearsed her approach. She would feed Jacob just enough information to pique his interest, hinting at new evidence without revealing her own involvement. A late-night phone call, her voice trembling with feigned urgency, set the plan in motion. "Jacob, I heard something about Leslie's apartment," she whispered. "You need to look again. There's something you missed." Jacob, ever the opportunist, took the bait. Within hours, he was drafting a new search warrant, his determination fueled by the prospect of finally bringing Leslie down. Leslie's desperate defense, Leslie, however, was no ordinary foe. Her instincts, honed by years of navigating Crestwood's cutthroat social circles, sensed the shifting tides. Kat's probing had not gone unnoticed, and Leslie's response was swift and venomous. She cornered Kat at a charity gala, her smile as sharp as a blade. "You're playing a dangerous game, little sister," Leslie purred, her voice dripping with menace. Accusing me without proof? That's a mistake you'll regret. Kat held her ground, her eyes locking with Leslie's. I don't need to accuse you, Leslie. The truth will do that for me. The exchange, witnessed by a handful of Crestwood's elite, sent ripples through the room. Leslie's composure faltered for a fleeting moment, a crack in her armor that Kat seized upon. She knew Leslie was rattled, and a rattled Leslie was prone to mistakes. Behind closed doors, Leslie's paranoia grew. She scoured her apartment, her hands trembling as she rifled through drawers and closets. The discovery of the helmet and gloves, items she thought safely stashed in her hotel room, sent a jolt of panic through her. Someone had been here, someone who knew her secrets. Her first instinct was to destroy the evidence, but that would only confirm her guilt. Instead, she doubled down, crafting a narrative of innocence. She called her lawyer, her voice steady but her mind racing. Someone's framing me, she insisted. I'm the victim here. The search and the fallout. Jacob's search of Leslie's apartment was a spectacle, broadcast live on Crestwood's local news. Police cars lined the street, their lights casting an eerie glow against the building's glass facade. Inside, Jacob's team tore through Leslie's sanctuary, their gloved hands uncovering the planted evidence within minutes. The helmet and gloves were bagged and tagged, each item a nail in Leslie's coffin. Jacob's triumphant smirk was unmistakable as he emerged, the evidence held aloft like a trophy. Leslie's arrest was swift, her protests drowned out by the clamor of reporters and onlookers. Handcuffed and defiant, she maintained her innocence, her eyes scanning the crowd for Kat. Their gazes met for a brief, electric moment, and Kat felt a surge of triumph tinged with unease. Leslie's stare promised retribution, a vow that this was far from over. Back at the precinct, the evidence was analyzed. The helmet bore traces of paint from Laura's car, and the gloves held fibers matching the scene of the accident. The case against Leslie seemed airtight, but Kat couldn't shake the feeling that she had underestimated her half-sister. Leslie's resources. Her wealth, her connections, her sheer willpower, made her a formidable opponent, even from behind bars. Is this the end for Leslie? As Beyond the Gates barrels toward its next episode, speculation is rife about Leslie's fate. Will this be the end of her story, with Trisha Mann-Grant's departure signaling a dramatic exit? Or is there another twist waiting in the wings? The show's writers have a knack for subverting expectations, and Leslie's downfall feels almost too neat. Could she have an ace up her sleeve, a hidden ally or a piece of evidence that turns the tables? Or perhaps Kat's victory will come at a cost, unraveling her own secrets in the process. The possibility of Mann-Grant's exit has fueled fan theories on social media, with some suggesting a temporary recast or a storyline that sees Leslie flee Crestwood, only to return with a vengeance. Others believe the show is setting up a redemption arc, though Leslie's actions make that a hard sell. Whatever the outcome, the stakes have never been higher, and the fallout promises to reshape Crestwood's power dynamics. A city on edge, Crestwood itself is a character in this drama, its gleaming skyscrapers and shadowed alleys a backdrop to the characters' machinations. The city holds its breath as Leslie's trial looms, with every resident, from the elite in their penthouses to the workers in the downtown cafes, drawn into the scandal. Laura's recovery, still uncertain, adds another layer of tension. Will she awaken to confirm Leslie's guilt, or will her silence leave room for doubt? Kat, meanwhile, grapples with the moral weight of her actions. Planting evidence, however justified, has tainted her victory. She sees Leslie's shadow in her own reflection, a reminder that vengeance can blur the line between hero and villain. Jacob, too, faces scrutiny, his reliance on Kat's tip raising questions about his methods. The ripples of their choices will touch every corner of Crestwood, setting the stage for new conflicts and alliances. What lies beyond the gates? As we await the next chapter, one thing is clear: Beyond the Gates thrives on its ability to surprise. Leslie's story, whether it ends next week or stretches into the future, is a testament to the show's mastery of suspense. Trisha Mann-Grant's performance has been a cornerstone of its success, her portrayal of Leslie a blend of menace and vulnerability that keeps viewers hooked. If this is her swan song, it will be a spectacular one. If not, the battle between Leslie and Kat is far from over. So, what do you think? Is Leslie's downfall imminent, or will she rise from the ashes to wreak havoc once more? Will Kat's triumphs solidify her as Crestwood's new power player, or will her own secrets unravel her? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.